Hello again everyone. Today we're at the Great Rempstone Steam and Country Show 2024. This is a big show and there's a lot to look at, but as usual we'll focus on showing you as much vintage iron as we can fit in. I'm very much into the working exhibit, so we'll concentrate on as many of those as we can. When you enter the gate at Rempstone, you're immediately amongst the motorbikes and cars, so let's have a look at those first off. This 3-litre Bentley would be the car I wanted to take home. It's driver training time on this 1914 Model T. A 1911 Sears Model P. You'd have to call this a horseless carriage.
Much newer. 220.
This was a good display of vintage caravans complete with the appropriate tow cars. We'll kick off our first look at the steam with this Foden tractor. If you're into steam rollers, there are plenty in the lineup at Rempstone. And probably the pinnacle of steam roller design, the Wallace & Stevens Advance. Notice it has no flywheel, designed for quick reversing when working on tarmac. Not a common sight in the UK, this is a Ruthermeyer roller from Germany. Even after the internal combustion engine had pushed steam out of most of the market, steam portables were still manufactured and sold for export. This little Ruston and Hornsby was manufactured in 1932. Must have been very close to the end of steam production. Here's a long story in a quick picture. The Second World War Jeep, and standing behind it, the Land Rover, derived from the Jeep principles just after the war. If you're into oil engines, you'll enjoy this walk through the collection at Rempstone. We'll catch up with the tractors again when they parade in the main ring, but for now let's just have a walk through the tractor lines and see what's on display. Next, we're in the main ring with the motorbikes and the cars.
Forest School hive off to the bee tent and sling off to the reptiles. There's also a demonstration in the working area of logging and threshing. Wall and Sons Digger Dance. It's an exciting team-driven entertainment show exhibiting the flexibility and talent of JVC Old in the main arena, and as I say, there's two performances, one at 11:45 and then the second one.
Moving along now to the working section, and the first thing we come to is this Evelyn and Porter traction engine built in 1884 driving a rack bench. And conveniently placed next to the Evelyn was this Ransom, and it's turning the offcuts into firewood. In the opposite corner of the field we come to another sawing demonstration, this time with a more advanced bench of an American design.
Hold on, let him just work out which way it's going to go before you start.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to the left of us is an absolutely outstanding live demonstration of these engines working and what a Victorian processing wood mill would have looked like. Go and have a look at what the machines do best, and that's working hard processing wood.
Put her out now. Why are you going up to that?
Who's the discovery?
Right, it's time for the tractor parade. If you can pick a favourite out of these, leave me a comment below and let me know. A tidy tractor for the David Brown fans, a 1971 990 Select-O-Matic.
You think you're going to win this year? Yeah. Of course you can. Massey Ferguson 165, 1967, British College Shore of Pickling, with demonstrating a rare three-way tipping trailer. We don't know that one. John Deere Model B 1941. I will E85, we've got number 85, Massey Ferguson 135. That's the next model on from there. It's 1966. William Kitchen's never brought.
Mr. Opperman was a Herefordshire farmer and he needed something to replace his horse and cart, so in the 1940s he came up with the Opperman motor cart. In response to the quiet cab regulations, Massey Ferguson launched the 500 series late in 1976. A 1979 Ford 7810 Silver Jubilee Edition, now a very sought after tractor. Made in Australia, the Chamberlain Super 90. These tractors were never imported into the UK, but the odd one has found its way here in preservation. Chamberlain were eventually taken over by John Deere. The very last tractor in the parade, the International 1020, made in 1929. The military section had put on a special display as a commemoration of the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. If you manage to get your recovery truck stuck in the mud, there aren't really many options apart from find a bigger recovery truck. And there we go, one successful recovery. We'll catch up with the tractors again as they return from their parade. A nicely restored roadless track conversion on a Fordson Major. If you watch this County Super 6, you'll see the disadvantage of the equal size wheels on big four-wheel drives, particularly on the County, which uses a single rear diff and a drive shaft down each side. The steering lock is greatly restricted. It wasn't as bad on the roadless because it had a front diff and only a single prop shaft. In this corner of the field we come across a group of steam engines queuing at an empty water tank. Water's rather important when you're running a steam engine, so it doesn't take long for a few of them to bail out and head off somewhere else to find some. The hose pipe won't be very quick, but it's better than nothing.
There's a tanker army lorries who are giving a demonstration of off-road. 4 o'clock, we have a chance for you to drive. For that, we'll ask you to sign something. And we'll also ask for a small donation.
The engines are starting to gather at the entrance to the main arena in time for the Grand Parade. We'll catch as many of them as we can for you, whilst trying to avoid getting run over.
Restoring, Michael Free restoring. Driving it today and his father George, and over the years, acquired by Robert some years ago as a kitchen parts, store a sale of well-being linking received at the entrance underneath the body. S4 type built late 1933. It's owned by the Williamson family from near Stoke-on-Trent. Went new to regular. Hardly following on from that we have Rempstone and Brock, the traction end years ago from the England family with their migration. The modeller, I'm told, I've only told by the way, that the modeler got it straight by half before he got to the chair. Two further openings, the last one really good chair, before it used to actually with late the England family. They put a new second in for each year with eyes and ball, the firm we've mentioned before. It's reading the Johnson family with the work, then transported back on a different full steam paper. There were 4 of these little steam tractors, teasing steam. Survivor is a rubber wire steam roller, built in Germany. This example actually went out to work in South Africa. It's different with boats. Speed factor. Moving things on plate reflection, recently restored. Round out takes a mile of David Shelmadine, nothing to say. Called Alice, been painted by Ian Johnson. They did come to Rempstone 2 or 3 years ago. Been in the workshop, had a lot of work done to him. They worked for course. A little lost the tractor, over a short space of time by Chivers. Hello, sir. Strong, alright, it's on a lot of work over the years. London example loaded. Went into Wales for Mr. Jones. It's been before for a number of years now, but it was first restored by Vaughan, but over the last few years, built by Garrett, 4CD tractor. Robert's owned this one for a couple of years now. They've got one license to drive steam.
And our last piece of video is of John Fowler Showman's engine 15652 Repulse. Repulse is generating to work one of the rides in the Fairground. It was built in 1920, so it's been doing this job for over 100 years now, towing a ride to the site, helping to erect it, and then generating power for the entire time the ride is in use. So that's all for this video. I'd just like to say thanks to everybody for watching, and thanks for your support on the channel. Don't forget to go down to the thumbs up button and give us a like, and we'll see you again soon.